Hello everyone, welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Aaron Herman. I had the opportunity to attend the memorial service for Ari Fuld in New York City. Ari was murdered 30 days ago in Israel by an Arab terrorist. Stabbed in the back and mortally wounded, he ran after his attacker, jumped over a wall, shot him, and subdued him. Unfortunately, Ari died of his wounds. Ari was an Israel activist and connected to people around the globe. We spoke with Rabbi Bini Krauss and Rabbi Avi Weiss about Ari. We also spoke with Michal Weinstein about developing this unique graphic to memorialize Ari. Let's take a closer look. Today we are here for Memorial for Ari Fuld, and growing up in Riverdale, a lot of us have that connection to the Fuld family, and you had the opportunity to go to pay your respects to the Fuld family. Tell us a little bit about the experience.
Well, I traveled with Rabbi Bini Krauss of SAR and Rabbi Benji Yudin and his wife Chevy. And the first thing Yonah said to us, Rabbi Fuld said, Ari's father, that he's been on Aliyah for 25 years, and he never understood the statement, Eretz Yisrael nikneit b'yisurim. Israel is acquired through personal sacrifice, but now he understands this reality. And when people at the Shiva house said Ari went down fighting, we responded, Ari didn't go down, he went up. Most people who are mortally wounded, they fall to the ground. He heroically stood up and he pursued the assailant, the terrorist, and neutralized the assailant, and in the process saved many, many lives. He lived in a holy way and he died in a holy way.
What's amazing is actually what happened afterwards, and really a unity that happened really around the globe, the lives that Ari touched, doing his Facebook Lives and giving his Dvar Torahs each Friday. It touched people from really all corners of the earth. What are you seeing now in the community?
Well, one of the moments I'll never forget is when someone walked in and announced that he had just received a message that a young boy had been born in the Ukraine who didn't know Ari, but then he turned to the family and with tears he said, "This son is called Ari, in memory of Ari Fuld." And I whispered into Yonah's ears, I said, it's the first of many.
So tell us a little bit about how this all came together.
Well, it came together because it's natural that we have to tell the family that we've not forgotten. It's 30 days after. This is Rabbi Bini Krauss. So just asked, how did this all come together?
Came together because for 50 years Rabbi Weiss has been making things happen when they're important. That's how it came together.
No, but say something about
Ari Fuld is, first of all, very close personal friend. I grew up in that home with the family, and my role models for Medinat Yisrael and for Aliyah, and Ari and I certainly didn't agree on everything, but he was unparalleled in his passion for Israel, defending Israel with his hands and with his mouth, and he's just and until his last breaths, and that's something that's why Rabbi Weiss and I ended up there, spent a little time with them at the Shiva, and why we're trying to bring students here.
After the murder of Ari Fuld, there was this sadness throughout the global Jewish community, and you really leapt into something through your graphic design that really helped in a unique way. So tell us a little bit about yourself and what you did.
So my name is Michal Weinstein. I'm a graphic designer. My company is called MLW Design. And the day after he was murdered, I woke up Monday morning. He was murdered on Sunday. And I I couldn't do anything. I couldn't go to the gym. I couldn't do my usual routine. I just had this urge to sit down and design something in his memory. And so I designed the Lion of Zion image, which right now is on this kippah here. And I posted it on my social media. And within hours, it went viral. And people started saying, people related to it. They really felt it. And they asked, why don't we put it on something? And one person said, why don't you make sukkah posters? And I said, okay, I'll make 50. Figure I'll charge $100 a poster. It'll go straight to the fund. We printed 50. It sold within an hour. We then printed another 50. Next thing you know it just went viral, and we sold hundreds and hundreds. It got to Israel. In Israel, they printed hundreds. And we raised, at this point, over $30,000 in the USA, and probably, I don't know, another 30,000, 40,000 shekels in Israel from this graphic, thank God.
So talk a little bit about the graphic itself. Like, how did you decide, when you're coming as a creative person, there's that process.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about that process and finding that connection with Ari and your own passion.
Sure. So first of all, obviously, the lion was an obvious symbol that I wanted to use. So I started out with the lion. Then I thought of Chazak v'Amatz, and I don't know why I thought of that as the pasuk I wanted to implement in the graphic, but then I realized a couple of weeks later why I chose Chazak v'Amatz. One of Ari's last drushas that he gave the Friday before he was murdered was about Moshe Rabbeinu handing over his power to Yoshua. And I believe he said Chazak ve'Amatz. That was the words that was used, and Ari said that. So subconsciously, I watched that drasha. It entered into my subconscious. So when I was designing it, those words just stuck in my head, and that's what I did. I put it on the map of Israel, which was obviously the most important thing to Ari. I designed roots because I really feel that Ari planted roots. So even though he's not here anymore, he has planted so many roots that will continue to grow because of him. And then I added a flame because there's no question his memory will forever burn bright. And that's pretty much the image in a nutshell.
And let's go back to the timing, because I know it takes time to develop and then actually put out.
No, it took 2 hours. 2 hours to make that image. I do logos all day long, so for me it was not that it was so hard to do. I do it fast, but it just was so filled with meaning, more meaning than any other image I've ever done. And then everything happened so fast. This was on Monday. Remember, Tuesday night was Yom Kippur. By Tuesday night, we already had so many orders for those posters. We pretty much sold out of all our posters by Tuesday. So it was very fast.
What has been some reactions that you've gotten from people?
Well, I've gotten incredible reactions, but the biggest, most touching reaction in the world was from Ari Fuld's family. The fact that his daughter Naomi painted it on her sukkah. I mean, she painted it and it came out beautiful, I must add. To see the magnet on his kever, literally on his kever. To know that his brother Moshe Fuld, who's getting married in 2 weeks, is using that image on his chuppah, literally on his chuppah. To have the ambassador David Friedman have it in his sukkah. To me, that was the most craziest reaction for me.
Where can people buy? Actually, you have more stuff. You have kippahs now. So where can people buy?
So there's a website called Couture for a Cause, NY. It's a nonprofit organization that I run that raises money for causes, and this is now our cause at the moment. This is the cause. So basically, we're selling it on Couture for a Cause, NY, and there's a section called Lion of Zion, and we're selling these kippahs. And there's also an option to purchase posters or whatever else you want to purchase. And that's it. And the money's all going to the fund.
As you can see from the memorial, Ari's legacy will continue for years to come. Ari lived and died a Jew, a proud Jew, and he loved Israel. And when you look at his segments and how he's connected to people really from around the globe, very few people can do that in a positive way. And Ari did that. And it also empowered us to create positive content, to be able to do things that will merit the types of things that Ari stood for justice, for peace, for love, and to make sure that Israel is protected, and to show really the best of Israel and Judaism. And very few people can do it in an effective manner. And Ari did that in life, and now even in his death. You can learn more about Ari's work and see it at Ari Fuld's Israel Defense page. And on a personal note, I met Ari numerous times, and I know from Riverdale, and he was such a kind person. He really spent time with people, and be able to just get to know him was truly special and unique. And it's great to see that the community is rallying around him, his family, and his secret cause. This is Owen Herman, and thank you for watching.